Well, as political parties scramble to finalise the details of a government of national unity, South Africans have spoken out on the delay in the announcement of a cabinet. Some say they believe the hold-up is justified considering just the nature of the election's outcome. Newzroom Afrika's Ziniko Mhlaba took to the streets of Centurion.
As South Africans continue waiting for President Ramaphosa to announce his cabinet for the 7th administration, we're hitting the streets of Johannesburg, talking to various stakeholders and also some individuals about how they feel and, of course, whether we can wait more time and give the president enough time to appoint his cabinet. We know that negotiations between the Democratic Alliance and the African National Congress continue. However, the question has been, how long can South African wait and what impact is this long anticipation is going to take? Let's speak now to Lutufia Dean. Lutufia, as a young person, you are in the research space, you are vocal, you're an activist. Talk to us about the importance of this moment we are in as a country, a transition moment. But South Africans are wanting to know who's going to lead them. What's your take on this period?
Thank you so much, Ziniko, for creating this platform for me to also speak on behalf of the youth. I think, we find ourselves in very anxious times. We don't know what the outcome is going to be. It's much anticipated. And so I'd like to say it's the first of a government of national unity of this kind. We may have had one since the democratization of South Africa in 1994. However, it's the first we're seeing with, the ANC involved in discussions with others. And ultimately what we're looking at is a lot of uncertainty. The DA has put unconstitutional demands forward. And what we're seeing is what type of precedent is the DA trying to set as well within this coalition. Yeah. And ultimately, when you look at BRICS and the broader countries, the governments of these global, views usually have a cabinet that is less volumized. Yeah. So the other question that comes into play is, are we going to downsize on the cabinet, or what is it all going to do? Because we do know it has an impact on the fiscus. Yeah,
what should be the attitude of South Africans? Should we embrace this moment and celebrate it as a reflection of a healthy, stabilized constitutional country, or should we panic and say, if they can't get over this hurdle at this moment, how are they going to deal with future stumbling blocks where they need to find each other?
So firstly, we do need to note that this is the first cabinet announcement that has been this delayed from the time of the inauguration. So that is something that is creating this alarming feeling amongst the society. But ultimately, I do believe we do need to embrace the democracy. In as much as it is hard and, there's a lot of anxiety about where we're heading, it's showing that our democracy is in practice. And ultimately, we as South Africans now need to realize that the power of voting is there. And for those who did not vote, there should be a stance to say whether you like politics or not, it affects us. And that we also need to consider who do we vote for and what basis. Are we looking at the impact of each party, are the manifestos? So this is also a good foundation for the rest of our elections proceeding.
Okay, Ms. Dean, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Lutfia, the Dean, giving us a sense of how young people are feeling about this. And of course, it's sounding more positive, saying that we should embrace this moment and give President that opportunity to set up and, of course, tell us who will be leading us as the members of the executive under the 7th administration commanded by President Ramaphosa. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziniko Mhlaba in Ilovo, Centurion.